Trish. Today I'm going to talk about how I ended up exercising, because I was never an exerciser before. I used to like swimming a bit and I like walking a bit, but you know, I never really did them regularly for any great length of time, as opposed to now. I go to the gym, I go regularly, I go 2 or 3 times a week, fibromyalgia allowing. But even if I'm in the worst flare-up, I don't go for like a week, and then I ease back in, you know, twice a week. So, and I've been doing that for about 5.5 years now. Prior to that, I can't really say that I exercised regularly. You know, I gave swimming a red hot shot, I gave walking a red hot shot, but now I consider myself to be a regular exerciser, and I think it's really important to get some form of exercise on a regular basis. Even if you're at maintenance and you don't need to lose weight anymore, it's just good for your fitness and your overall health. Now, how did all that come about for me? Going from a person who really did nothing and didn't like exercising to now enjoying it. Back in, it's 2015 now. In 2010, I was having a really rough time. I still have a torn tendon in my shoulder, but that was giving me a lot of grief. I was having problems with bleeding. I had a Mirena put in that made me bleed for 6 months non-stop. I was very anemic. I was struggling a lot with anxiety. My anxiety really peaked. It was really bad, and I won't go into the reasons that happened, but I did have a lot of stress in my life at the time, and I think at that point I hadn't quite been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so I hadn't really learned how best to deal with that situation yet. So my anxiety level, and when I say my anxiety levels were through the roof, I was seeing a cardiologist. I was having all sorts of tests on my heart, because one of the forms that my anxiety takes when it's just like on that real roller coaster is I get ectopic beats in my heart, which is completely normal. I've had that all checked out, but they got a lot worse, and they were painful. And I was almost fainting a lot, and my heart was racing. My heart was racing at times so fast that I couldn't even count it. So of course, because I'd never experienced anxiety in that form. I've been having panic attacks in one form or another since I was a teenager, but I'd never had, you know, that racing heart and that feeling that you're going to die. And like I was so bad that I couldn't even watch gory or scary stuff on TV. I couldn't watch embarrassing bodies. That was too gory for me. That would bring on a panic attack. So as you can imagine, because of that, and I thought I was dying, and you know, I was 170 kilos, so the entire universe was telling me that I was going to die anyway, and that gets in your head and you believe it, and you just wait for the stroke, you wait for the heart attack. So I was in and out of emergency, or like just so much. I'd go in there and they'd test my cardiac enzymes, and they'd do an ECG, and you know, check me all out, and you know, pat me on the head, and you know, you're okay, your heart's fine, go home. And then, you know, a few weeks later I'd be back in emergency, you know, with the palpitations, the faintness, the painful ectopics, and plus with seeing a cardiologist, they were trying me out on a lot of different drugs, you know, like beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, and we've since discovered that those medications don't agree with me at all, so that was making a lot of the symptoms a lot worse. We finally did hit on a medication, and it's not because I've got a bad heart, it's just a fluid tablet. I was getting a lot of palpitations just because my body doesn't get rid of fluid as efficiently as it should, so that's all sorted out. But eventually, I had been into the emergency department so many times that they called in like a special care team for me, I guess, and I can't remember the exact wording, but they basically referred me off to my local integrated health centre for some extra care, I guess, and they somehow figured out that if I could get some help with my back pain, even though I was going in because I thought I was having heart attacks, they figured that if I saw a physio and got some help with my back pain, I guess as a start to just try to start knocking off some of those health issues I had, that it would help me and keep me out of their emergency department when there was nothing wrong with me. So I, of course, saw that help as them trying to trick me. I just saw that as them saying, well, you're in here because you're really, really fat, and you know, if you weren't so fat then you wouldn't have all these problems, so we're going to tell you that we're helping you with this problem, but we really just want to refer you to the physio and make you do exercise so that you'll lose weight. And I was all offended by that and everything. Now my attitude has completely changed. I figure, you know, even if that's what they were doing, thank you, you saved my life. So if any of those old physios ever happen to come across this video, I would like to say to Claire and Jackie and Trent in particular, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. You started me off to changing my life. So yeah, I went to see these physios, and they had a program that they run out of the gym at the local TAFE, and I went along to this. They made a program for me, a very easy program. It was crazy easy. It only took me about 20 or 30 minutes to get through. Just a tiny little bit of walking to warm up, and then some weighted exercises, and, you know, a bit of stretching. And I went along and I did that twice a week, and you know, it only cost me like, I don't know, like $5 or $6 each time. It wasn't very much, so I could certainly afford it. And I did that for, I think the program went for about 3 months, I think. It certainly went for long enough that getting towards the end of my program, like my allotted time with them, I thought, I really like this. This is, you know, I really like doing this gym work, and because of this, it was like a rehabilitation program. So there were a lot of like really old people doing this program at the gym, and like when I say old, they were like in their 70s and 80s, you know, doing their little 1 kilo weights, and they were amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think there was even one guy in his 90s, and I used to look at these really old people and I used to think, I want to be just like them. When I'm in my 80s, I want to be that person, still going to the gym, doing my little weights and having a break halfway through and eating my pear and wearing my jeans and my sandals to the gym. They were so inspirational for me. So I actually joined up that gym, and it was really cheap. It was like, I don't know, $18 or $20 a fortnight or something. And I went to that gym for, I think, 2.5 years. But then they actually closed down that gym to the public. So I had to find another gym, which I did. And that was really intimidating for me as well, because I knew that whichever new gym I went to, it wouldn't be populated by, you know, 70 and 80 and 90-year-olds. It'd be like a much more mainstream kind of gym where I'd be, you know, contending with, you know, buff people and young people. But I did. I found a gym. I found a 24-hour gym close to where I live, and I only pay $23 a fortnight there, which is, it's so cheap. I hear about people paying so much more. And you know, I'm on a pension. I'm on a disability pension, and people have asked me, oh, you know, how can you afford $23 a fortnight when you're on a pension? And I say to them, this is for my health. I can't afford to not go to the gym, because I won't work out at home. I won't do that. I won't get up and go for a decent walk every day. I won't go and get in the pool every day, but I will go to the gym regularly. So for me, at $23 a fortnight, that's an investment in my health. So I joined up there, and you know, I love it. I don't like going to the gym, but I love being there. And I've come so far from, you know, my little 20 or 30 minute workout that I used, actually in the early days, I used to worry that it was going to kill me. I used to just wait for my heart to give out. And now I go, you know, the last time I went to the gym, I was there for an hour and 10 minutes, and I just killed it. I do have a lot of restrictions. You know, as I've mentioned before, you know, I've got a bad neck. I've got, you know, a torn tendon in my shoulder still. have a lot of back problems. My hips are giving me grief. I've got bad knees, but I work around all that, and a lot of what I do at the gym is actually physio. You know, because I over the last 5.5 years, I have, you know, still been back regularly to see the physio. I've seen an exercise physiologist. I was seeing an osteopath for a while until she just said, you know, I can't help you. This isn't working. So I've built on that. What else? And so I just want to say, if you're sitting there and you've not started yet, you're still waiting for surgery, you're still thinking about surgery, you're still, you know, like at your highest weight, but you want to go and exercise, but you think you can't do it, or you think you don't fit into that environment. Honestly, when I first started going to the gym, because I was like busting out of a size 26. I didn't even have gym gear. I had a pair of runners that I wore. I wore these like stretchy wide leg pants that I got from Autograph. They were sort of like just big stretchy pants with wide legs. They were very comfortable, and just I think a three-quarter top, like t-shirt material type top. And then, you know, like later on I used to wear a t-shirt, just a normal t-shirt, or a singlet, normal singlet top from Autograph. And that was fine. That was fine because I didn't, sorry about that, that's my daughter messaging me. I didn't have any gym clothes. I couldn't get any gym clothes to fit me. And I didn't actually, I should have told her to not message me. I didn't actually have any proper gym clothes until I got down to about 100 kilos, I think. I just made do with what I had. And no one ever came up to me and said, oh, what are you wearing? You know, oh, that's not gym clothes. Oh, where did you get those pants? They're stupid. No one does. And in the whole time that I've been going to the gym, at my old gym, there was this old busybody bitch that used to go there. And every single time she came, I was on the bike, right? And every time she came in, she'd see me on the bike, and then she'd do a quick little workout, and then she'd leave. So she never saw me doing weights or stretching or anything like that. And she actually saw fit to come up to me one day and ask me how much weight I'd lost. And I don't think I'd lost any at that stage. It took me a long time before I started losing weight. And so I think I told her, you know, I'd lost a couple of kilos or nothing or whatever it was. And she said, well, you know, you're wasting your time being here. You know, like if you're just going on cardio, you know, you need to do much more than that. And I thought, I was just so shocked. And in hindsight, she was probably just trying to help me, but it just came across as really bitchy. So I dobbed on her to one of the trainers, and she was never a busybody to me again. And the only other problems I've ever had with anyone at the gym, and this has been at my new gym, you know, you get all different personalities at the gym, and there's a lady at my gym who likes to set up a circuit. I think that's really rude in a gym environment. If you want to do circuit work, go and do a circuit class. You can't take up like 6 or 8 pieces of equipment for an hour. It's just not fair to expect that no one is going to use like just about a whole room full of equipment because you want to use it for an hour. That's not fair, that's not on. Although maybe I just don't know about gym etiquette. So I one day used one of her many pieces of equipment that she had set up for her circuit, and she got a little bit narky at me, but I just thought, oh, fuck you, go and do a circuit class. And I don't think anyone else has ever been really nasty to me. There's some scary people at the gym, definitely some scary Sarah Connor type people at the gym, but you know, they're not going to come up and punch you out or anything. No one has ever come up to me and said, oh, why have you got your big fat lard ass in my gym? You know, oh, go away and get fit and buff before you come back. No one does that. The blokes, although the gym I go to, there is a ladies' room which I go to for some of my work. Ladies, if you're worried about the blokes looking at you, I'll tell you right now, they don't even see you. It's like you're invisible to them, because what the men like to do is look at themselves in the mirror the entire time. They're not even going to see you. And the women are also, You know, they're just into their own workout. Women tend to be very, very serious at the gym, very serious about their workout. Not some of the younger women, they like to lay on the floor and play on their phones and giggle. But yeah, I've never had anyone make me feel like I was too fat to be at the gym. And I was 170 kilos when I started. So, you know, I think the hardest thing to do is to work up the courage to actually walk in the front door of a gym and sign up. That's really hard to do, really hard to do. And all different gyms, they've all got different vibes. Some are really, you know, trendy, and mine's not. Mine's a very simple gym. It's got, you know, there's nothing fancy there. It's got everything I need, but except for one machine that I would really like, with, you know, the one where you go like that with your legs. But it's got everything else I need, so I like it. It's a nice, relaxed, comfortable, non-intimidating environment. So yeah, that's how I got to being a regular exerciser. I don't know what will work for everyone else, but I think, you know, just if help is offered to you, take it, and just keep trying different things until you find something you like that works for you. You know, I like walking, but I can tell you right now, even if I went for a 5-kilometre walk every day, that's in my body, my makeup, that doesn't work for me. And I don't know why, because you'd think going for a 5-kilometre walk every day would be enough, but it's just not for me. I need to go to the gym. So, you know, just keep looking, and if you've got any physical issues, you know, like what I've got, just don't let it hold you back. Don't go, oh, you know, I've got a torn tendon in my shoulder, I can't go to the gym. Yes, you can, your legs still work. Or, you know, like if you know, got bad knees or whatever, work around it, and you can ask, like, you go and see a physio and ask a physio, okay, I've got bad knees, what exercises can I do that will strengthen up all the muscles around my knee and support my knee better? What exercises should I avoid if I have bad knees? How can I do it differently? Unless all of your limbs have fallen off and you're paralysed from the neck down, I think there is always something you can do at the gym. You know, unless you've been given medical advice to stay out of the gym or stay out of the pool or don't walk or, you know, don't do anything, I think there's always something you can do. Like, in the last 5.5 years, I have had a couple of breaks from the gym. My first gym, they used to shut down for 5 weeks over Christmas, so I had a couple of 5-week breaks there, and I actually missed the gym. When I had my lap band done, I was forced to have 6 weeks off the gym, and I think one time I got into a bit of a funk and I didn't go to the gym for 2 weeks, but I went back. It was hard, but just forced myself, and I got back on track. And that's another thing, if you do some sort of regular exercise and you get into a bit of a funk and you don't go for a couple of weeks, just tell yourself, you know, get back on track. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just go, well, I didn't go. That doesn't mean I can never go again. I'll start back. I'll start again. And if you're already pretty fit and pretty strong, it comes back really quick, like really, really quick. And I think that's all. I can't think of anything. You know, maybe if it's hard for you to go and sign up for something straight up, take a friend with you for a bit of moral support. If you are the sort of person who needs motivation from someone else, then find yourself a little gym buddy. That can help. I don't like it. I mean, I like my daughter is my gym buddy when she's here, but she's about the only person that I can tolerate going to the gym with. Anyone else just, they give me the shits. They all talk too much and they distract me, and, you know, they finish before me or I finish before them or whatever. But me and my daughter, we're a good team. We work. So, you know, that might work for you. Find a gym buddy that works for you, or a swimming buddy. I used to have a swimming buddy, that worked well. Or a walking buddy. Join a softball team, basketball team, bowling team. I'd love to play softball and volleyball. but I can't. And I'd love to play racquetball as well. I do have limitations. I can't do that because I can't work around those things. So that's all for now. I will catch you next time.